The people of Chicago standing up on their feet again as we get ready for this last man standing match between Kyle Rise and... What? Wait, am I missing a beat here? Why? The EWE World Champion, Knight, has just decided to come out. He's in the main event. This is the semi-main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know I'm not who you are expecting. I know you're expecting Kyle Rise versus Skull Crusher, and I'm supposed to be competing in the main event. But I just wanted to leave Paul, PJ, just a little message before we go toe-to-toe in this ring. You know, me and him have had our history against each other. As a matter of fact, in FWE, at my very debut under Hayden's management, I fought Paul in a tournament. And do you know what I did to him in that tournament? I destroyed him. I decimated him. When he was called Emerald Paul, I showed him why I was going to be the next champion. And soon after that, I got the title at the very, very first Gold Rush. And I find it poetic, oh so poetic, that I'm in this ring in a show called Gold Rush, fighting the man that I beat to make it far, far, far into that tournament. So Paul, so PJ, whatever the hell you go by these days, I'm going to show you why this is my season. Tyler tried to steal the season from me. I showed it to him. Tyler Luffy tried to show up and, take my spotlight. I showed it to him. And now it's your turn to get what you quote-unquote deserve. But, Paul, I want you to understand, whether I come out standing tall or whether I don't hold the title anymore, I'm gonna dismember your ugly little face beyond the point of recognition for your family. So then maybe you won't even hold that title. Maybe you'll just relinquish it and they'll give it back to the rightful champion, me. Maybe they'll relinquish it and put me in another tournament so I can be the first person to win 3 tournaments in a row. So PJ, I know you are backstage lurking, getting ready for your match. There's just one thing you need to understand. And that's that whenever Knight gets on a roll, he is unstoppable.
And after Knight has just spoken, what? We seen a cash in? No way, no way. It's Adam Sanchez. He doesn't have the briefcase though.
Bring it on, are you cashing in early? Come on.
Adam Sanchez, we literally just saw him have a brawl, a fight. It wasn't a match, it was a fight with Cage, but he doesn't have the briefcase with him, but he is approaching our world champion. And then Knight screaming for Adam Sanchez to come there and come in. You have some nerve, to be coming out here with your world title in front of me, of all people.
Do you think I'm scared of you? You literally, on Cage's debut, lost him at a regular house show.
Okay, and?
That proves a lot. I would never lose to a debutant like him.
Well, we've got a referee in the ring. And since you want to run your mouth before the main event, what if I cashed in right now?
Then I'd stomp your head into this canvas just like I'm going to do with Paul at the main event after I beat you and retain my title if you dare cash in on the Unstoppable God.
The Unstoppable God. Well, I'm on a little mission right now, if you haven't seen. I've been one of the best in season 2. I mean, who's won the title? You've never won the EWE in the bank before, have you?
Wait, you're on a mission?
Yeah, the
I think I
Team
know what your
Golden.
mission is. You said you're gonna win. You said you're gonna win is that your mission? Are you gonna win the title? Is that what your mission is? Is that what your mission is, little boy?
No, my mission is to bring back Team Golden.
Ah, I don't care what your mission is.
Mm.
Ooh, big man with big wow.
Yeah, go on, punch me back. Oh, fuck.
You know what? That. I don't know. Maybe you should learn how to talk on the mic. Don't get your dad, Hayden, to do all the work for you.
Let me go, please. Let me go.
No, I'm gonna make sure you can't catch him with these pathetic fingers. This pathetic hand. You hear the fans? Do you hear the fans? They're cheering for me. Because I am a god on your world champion. Now then, worthless piece of trash. Come on. You know what? It'd be fun if I make sure you can't make it to the main event. Adam. Come on, Adam. I really expected better from a guy who won a briefcase. Come on, Adam. If this is what you're gonna do when you cash in, then you're more delusional than I thought. Come on, I wanted a warm-up, not a squash match, Adam. Wanted a warm-up. You know what, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna end this right here. And right now, gonna break your ribs. You know what, let's just add the little exclamation point. Why don't we? Good night, Adam. And let that be a message to you as well, PJ. Let that be a message to the rest of the EWE locker room. Hell, even the EAW locker room.
Right, and now we get into the semi-main event, thank God. I don't know what we just saw from Knight and Adam Sanchez there. Adam Sanchez, I mean, if he is thinking of cashing in, he's got a lot incoming for him. I mean, we just saw Knight there. He wasn't even wrestling gear. He was literally in just streetwear. And he managed to out-wrestle, out-maneuver a wrestling geared Adam Sanchez, geared up ready to fight Adam Sanchez. And here's Kyle Rise. Controversial way to get a title shot. We are suspecting that he did in fact attack Jackson Hart. Because I mean, who else had just randomly attacked Jackson? Well, we're going to have to get words from Jackson anyway. He is not able to make it tonight in Chicago. It's unfortunate. The crowd have been absolutely beautiful, which brings us on to the stat check. There is not official numbers just yet. We'll get the official numbers at the main event, but there is rumoured to be over 800,000 sold seats tonight, and that is just the estimated amount. That isn't even the full amount, the official amount. And just a big thank you from me and the EWE team, the board of directors and everything. Thank you, Chicago, for being a lovely crowd tonight. We've still got 2 matches left. And here is the European champion, Skullcrusher, the new one, the man who beat Alpha Omega after trial and error, sacrificing his own body, jumping off of Hell in a Cell, and having a massive brawl in the demonic structure above the ring. That sword plants on the ramp, set off his pyro. The EWE European Champion, Skullcrusher, the second ever European Champion. This has been the best season we've seen of him, I think, in FWE and TGM. He's been there since the beginning in TGM show, FWE 2, but I think this is the best we've seen of him in the ring. Pointing at Kyle there, takes off the European Championship, he's looking at it. no one knows how much that means to him. This could be the start of a newborn star here in EWE. Lifting it to Chicago. They're all admiring the beauty of that title. Skullcrusher again, once again turning to Kyle Rise. Getting ready for this last man standing matchup. It's going to be, I think it might be quite technical actually. Oh, we're not getting any title introduction, just ringing a bell. Referee John Sandals, or I don't know, random name. Anyway, Skullcrusher, lovely Hurricanrana. Both these men have expert fucking wrestling skill and high flying moves. Dragon Screw there by Kyle Rise. Kyle's going to go right to the top. Skullcrusher tries to grab him down, but he's kind of like playing with him. So it drops down to the apron, Kyle Rise. And now a Falcon Arrow incoming, maybe no suplex, no. Skullcrusher with a reversal, he gets it behind. German to Kyle Rise. Well, I mean, quite technical, and another Dragon Screw. And now, oh, Lucha moonsault, Skullcrusher moves out of the way. The semi-main event of tonight on Gold Rush, and we haven't had the best pay-per-view, but it hasn't been bad at any means. I thought he just landed on his neck then, he might have. Referee getting out of the ring, of course, as the last man standing. No pinfalls or submissions if your opponent is on the floor, completely on the floor, for 10 seconds. Then whoever's standing will win the match, no matter where they are. We could be in the streets of Chicago, and the referee would have to still call the match action. Lovely move, no DQ as well. There can be anything you think of. Skullcrusher just thrown into the referee. Kyle Rise on him to get back into this ring. Look at him mocking the European champion. That's not something I would do, the Skullcrusher. That man, no. The referee being a bit tripping Skullcrusher up. Maybe it's a bit of revenge. Wheelbarrow DDT, shades of Teddy Thunder. And now a lovely picture perfect top rope moonsault. And a kick just to put salt in the wound. Skullcrusher might become for his finisher at a 360. No, big splash. Now working at that arm, quite a fast-paced match. Bang! Going for the back of the neck now. Going to take the feet, but Kyle Rise is going to kick him off, come back, and now he's going to target Skullcrusher's arm. Lovely move. Kyle Rise is very close to being stunned there. It's been 50-50. Yellow to Skullcrusher's head, yellow to Kyle Rise's body. Both men doing the same kind of, and their finisher gauge and their signature gauge. Of course, they've both got signatures, and Kyle Rise is a little bit more ahead. And that's what I'm on about, the technical work of Kyle Rise. Did you see that? And a kick to the neck. Hold up a minute, what's going on here? That's Jackson Hart! The man who was supposed to be injured. I thought he wasn't in the building. He's going after Kyle Rise, I think. He's in the ring. I thought he was injured. I thought he couldn't make. I thought he wasn't backstage in Chicago. Kyle Rise fighting him. Skullcrusher's down. The referee needs to start the count. Referee, this is a bit. Referee, start the count on Skullcrusher. It's been at least a full count. He isn't moving. But anyway, Jackson Hart. I think he's more distracting on Jackson Hart than Kyle Rise. Oh, Jackson Hart just thrown out. Mate, Kyle Rise must have attacked him then. Like, why would Jackson Hart just randomly go after him? Unless he's jealous because Kyle Rise took his spot. Again, Skullcrusher's been down for at least more than 10 seconds. Kyle Rise should have his match won, but actually no, because Kyle Rise rang down. Maybe it broke the count. Maybe the referee didn't want to do a double count. Should be counting for Kyle Rise though. There we go. Skullcrusher having the time of his life. Should have lost the match then, to be honest with you. Jackson Hart getting some lovely revenge. And we're at a 7 count. 8. 9. Kyle Rise gets back up to his feet. Very close. One more second, we'd see the European Championship being retained that easily. Oh, I'd say easily, but still. Wing Clipper, signature move for Skull Crusher, bang! Turns him over. Skull Crusher, wait. He gets Kyle Rise up. What's he doing? Maybe he thinks that won't be enough. Kyle Rise now thrown to ringside as the announcement table that literally just got put together again gets thrown off. Oh god, come on. Literally just put that together again, Skull Crusher. The monitors are still on the announcement table. Strike to Kyle Rise, forehead. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, Skull Crusher, no. Big splash through the announcement table. And now dragging him, throws him through to the crowd. And a knee to Kyle Rise. Oh my god, we're in the crowd. And an elbow by Skull Crusher. Like I said, this match can go anywhere. Kyle Rise knowing he has to get himself back into it. Look at this athleticism on the concrete. Anyone could be sent into like a steel chair or a fan. And Skull Crusher's down, the referee begins to count. I don't know if he's in the crowd or not. Can't exactly see him from here. Kyle Rise keeping his guard up. Don't know if Skull Crusher's going to get up, but we're at a 5 count. We're halfway there. There's the 6. We might be looking at a new European champion. No, we're not. Back up to his feet. Dignity on the concrete. Well, I don't want to see that concrete because, you know, fans are on it and everything, but still. Kyle Rise just soaking it in with the fans. Maybe trying to get back to the ring. I think he's actually, yeah, he's talking to the fans. He doesn't even want to look at Skull Crusher's body. We're at 8 now. Skull Crusher manages to recover. And he's also staring at Kyle Rise. Might actually try to sneak up behind him. Kyle Rise saw him coming. But anyway, core suplex on the chair. Wait a minute, what's he doing? Another one onto the chair in the crowd. I'm surprised nobody's getting hurt right now. And the 3, and he goes. Skull Crusher gets him back up, strike to Kyle Rise, kicks. They're fighting in the crowd pit. We can hardly see what's going on. Kyle Rise now with strike to Skull Crusher. Pushing him away, pushing him over the chairs. And chops now. And punches right around the mouth. Skull Crusher manages to duck the back fist. Chicago's gone wild for these strikes by Kyle Rise. And one kick that's managing to take Skull Crusher down. And now he's holding him, threatening to take the mask off as Skull Crusher moves, showing him to the crowd. What the hell has Kyle Rise got in mind? Just dragging him through the fans. Skull Crusher needs to get out of this. And that's exactly what he's going to do. The spotlight shines down on these two. And some of the fans too. Skull Crusher kicking the absolute shit out of Kyle Rise now. Saying, you get away from me, you get away from my mask. Into the barricade. That's not even like a normal barricade, that's the one with all the lights. The pyro if needed. It's been thrown into the crowd. Skull Crusher watching and taunting. It's only a 1 count though. I think a fan helped Kyle Rise up a little bit there. Big punch. Kicks now. Just raining in with these kicks. Skull Crusher. Kyle Rise is stunned. Throws him towards the barricade. He's now still just punching and punching away at Kyle Rise and kicking. Kyle falls. Is that going to be enough for Kyle Rise? Has he just been knocked out? He fell like he knocked out. He got knocked out. This went from a really technical match to an all-out brawl really fast. And we're halfway through to seeing if Skull Crusher will retain the European Championship. We've got 2 more seconds. 8. 9. Oh, Kyle Rise manages to get up to his feet. Skull Crusher, no, another forearm. Down goes Kyle Rise once again. Are we going to be looking at the count? I think we are. I think Skullcrusher and a fan were talking some strategy here. That was a 9 count, maybe. Skullcrusher can catch. Kyle rise off. Maybe that forearm. That forearm might be the victory calling of Skullcrusher. Looks for a stomp. Looks for a riser. That's Kyle Riser's finishing move. And oh, look at them watching each other. Kyle Rise walking through the crowd. Skullcrusher saying, "Get back here." They're out of energy. Can't run after each other. Skullcrusher kind of getting stopped by a fan there. Kyle Rise walking away, trying to get some energy back. Walking through the crowd. So I say the crowd of fans then, it makes sense, but or if maybe we was in season 1, we'd call this the EWE universe. No. Caught up with each other. Walking away. They've walked to the other side of the goddamn crowd. Kind of look at each other now, kind of broken up the match. Bringing it. Oh, they're bringing it away from the crowd. Here we go. Right when nobody can get hurt or anything, or nobody can interfere. Kyle Rise lifts up Skullcrusher, drops him. You can hardly see it though, because the camera's kind of shit. I mean, we didn't expect these lot to go out in the crowd, to be fair. Throws Skullcrusher away. Big reversal, back into the fighting spirit now. Kick, forearm reversal. Big kick, reversal, basement drop kick. Reversal, big kick once again. Skullcrusher moves, elbow. And a basement drop kick. He kind of went under that chair then. And shouting, "Who is your European champion, Chicago?" And there is a 1 count for Kyle Rise. DDT on the chair! That fan was sitting up. Sets it up for Skullcrusher. And yet another 1 count for Kyle Rise. And another one of them forearms falls into the crowd pit. Another 1 count. Can't believe it. It was taking like 9 counts a minute ago. Skullcrusher throws him into the crowd. 1. Again, getting up. Skullcrusher now taking a woozy and hurt Kyle Rise. It's been 50-50. It really has, this match. I don't know who's going to come out on top. Walking through the crowd again. Oh god, into the barricade. And now Skullcrusher! Oh god. Whips him into said barricade. And what is he got in plan? Picking him up like he's some sort of child. Skullcrusher. Might be wanting to bring us back to the ring, maybe. No, knee to the shoulder. Bring it back over the barricade at least. Now what is Skullcrusher caught in plan here? Brainbuster maybe on the concrete, no. Right in front of the commentators, right in front of the whole of Chicago. Oh, low blow by Kyle Rise. And a splash. Referee's got to count in. Skullcrusher's arm stuck under the barricade. He needs to move it. He needs to move that arm. He's not going to be able to get up otherwise. That is a 4 count. We might be looking at a new European champion in just a few seconds. 7. 8. We've got 2 more seconds. No, he kind of like crawls under the barricade. I don't know there's that much room, to be honest with you. Kind of scary if you think about it. The fans can jump anytime. No, not on the barricade. Oh god! Drops him onto the barricade. God. Big boot, the Skullcrusher now chop. This has just been a madness. I did not expect this to go out to the crowd. Skullcrusher using the, I don't know if you saw that kind of like standing behind the commentator, but Kyle Rise doesn't care. Drops him onto the announcement table with now looking to break that arm. Stunned, the referee begins the countdown. Count up to 10. These commentators not knowing what they have seen. 6 count. That's a 7. Skull Crusher isn't getting up. 8. 9. And Skull Crusher. That chair helping him up. God. Ooh. What was that? Kind of resting himself now. What is Kyle Rice thinking of doing here? What the fuck did he hit him on? Okay. I'm just going to ignore that happened. Now it looks at the Kyle Rice. Skull Crusher quickly jumping over the barricade. Flips him over the barricade. And now a Storm Skull Crusher's like, no, you piss me off now. I've had enough. And he's been thrown away. Kyle Rice hot in his pursuit. Backstabber right in front of that fan. Doesn't get more close than this, I'll tell you. You can go to your WWEs, you can go to your AEWs, you can go to your TNAs, you can go to your Impacts, you can go to your Ring of Honors, you can go to wherever you like, but it doesn't get as close as this. You know what, Skull Crusher might be out for the 10 count again. 8. Skull Crusher manages to use the barricade to get him up. It's been close. Very close. Oh, God, was that I think that was into the... I want to say that was into the barricade. And now a stomp, maybe even a substitute for the riser. Kicking him while he's under the chair. Oh, steel chairs there that can be used. The commentators now sitting down on their seats, just enjoying this. As we spill blood into Chicago once again. Looks for a riser jumping over the barricade. What a match. Throwing him away. This has probably been the best last man standing match we've ever seen in EWE. In fact, I think it's the only one. Another Falcon Arrow maybe. No. We haven't seen a single finisher. We've seen Skull Crusher trying to steal Kyle Rice's finishers. We've seen a wing clipper. But not yet are we yet to see a finisher in this match. And you know what? Riser, that is Kyle Rice's finishing move. He's doing it again. I don't know if he's doing it for a taunt or anything like Dragon Screw. I think he's doing it to mock him. That doesn't really count as his own finisher though. I don't know, maybe it was just a little stomp. What a fight these two are bringing to Chicago, quite literally into Chicago. And another low blow, a splash. And now a stomp. Throwing him over the barricade again. The chop. Reversal. Kyle Rice almost takes a kick. Reversal chop. Starting to heat up again. These two just love throwing each other about, don't they? And another backstabber to the European champion. Kind of slowing down the tempo just a little bit. But will this be enough to crown a new European champion? Skull Crusher doesn't look like he's moving. He's got nothing to help him apart from them crowd seats. Maybe that kid can like help him up, or the adult maybe. But either way, he's been down for 7 seconds now. 8. Just about gets up, but immediately swiped back down by Kyle Rice. Smart move by Kyle, and now the count begins again. So many close calls. Not just for Skull Crusher, but for Kyle Rice too. The amount of times I thought it was going to be over, it could have been over maybe. At one point. 8. 9. Skull Crusher's recovering! Skull Crusher recovered! Kyle Rice saw it, gets him off and throwing him into the fans even more. Now they're just trying to brawl, trying to keep his guard up. What are we seeing here tonight? Rana's kind of stuck under the barricade. 2. 3. 4. Count. ongoing as Kyle Rise is stuck under the barricade. Rolls through. Plants Kyle Rise down. Staying a lot in one spot, but let Skull Crusher say, you know what, screw it. Picking him up, showing him round. Skull Crusher, what has he got in mind? Carrying him through Chicago, saying, well, look out. I've got a grown man on my goddamn shoulders. What has Skull Crusher got planned here? Bringing him back over around here. And bringing him back, kind of treating him like a child. Lovely Hurricane Rana. Picking him up, we can't really see anything because it's damn camera. Right, we're in a better place here, we can actually see what's going on. Dragon Rana by Skull Crusher. One. A lovely Dragon Rana by Skull Crusher, which might have put the lights out for Kyle Rise. 5. 6. We might just somehow see Skull Crusher retain the title tonight. This match has dragged on for a little bit, but it's been quite a banger for the most part. 9. Kyle Rise is out. Kyle Rise is gone.
Here we go. Now we going slow. We on the road.
Can
We
get
on
back
the
into the ring
move.
and
Playing
celebrate.
shows. Used to be broke. Used to be low.
We
But now
might
I'm a man and I'm
expect
ready
the
to go.
match to
Who's that
spill
kid
out
with the
that
top?
match. Obviously it dragged a little bit.
Made them lose. Made a million
Look
in
at that
22.
splash with the
Back to the
announcing
face of
table.
any big
Dragon
skill,
Rana
bitch.
managing to put out Kyle Rise. I don't know. I think it was just a battle of the energy at the end of the day. We didn't see a single finisher from these two. Not a single one. The Skull Crusher hangs on to the European Championship. He fought so hard to get. So of course we did see the interference of Jackson Hart too. What a win. What a future star we have in the nation. The next match will be the last match and it will be the main event of the evening. Andy Carlos, where the hell do we start? Now, hold up. Let me just say something to all the fans. This isn't Winged Angel talking shit because he lost. This is me. This is Hayden Newman. This is he hasn't even built it. I'm going to expose this industry that Andy Carlos has taken over and corrupted. We are, even though none of us signed contracts. It was just contracts. Until someone spoke up about it, it was Springer, and I'm not allowed to say his name on television anymore, or Biker, or Thunderbolt. Samuel Perez, I'm not allowed to talk about him. Andy Carlos, and by the way, I know all the figures of the authority. There is leaks, and I will be leaking them weekly. So they're all following him to his office, and he's like, "Oh, we're just gonna have a nice little chat. You know, we're gonna talk about some of your issues that you have in the company, how I'm holding it, and like maybe we can sort out." But it sounds like a good thing to do, you know, a good GM and stuff. But yeah, no. I got a voicemail by Biker, and he basically said, "You know what? You have an issue. I don't need you. You don't bring in ratings. You're not a top star. You're shit at wrestling. You're not getting paid anymore, and you're going to be frozen out of the fucking building. You're going to get frozen out of the entire company until your contract's over." And you know that's not exactly fair. I mean, Biker, Springer and Thunderbolt, they all have great talent, and that's not really the case. Like I'm trying to go for, that's not really the point I'm going for. But you can't freeze them out. You should release them so then they can go to MPW, LRPW, WWE, AEW, whatever. Although situation.